property selling at 680 and 580. The 580 is just similar to my house, just similar to my house.
Yeah.
Same land size, everything is ditto, everything is same, right? So it is at 580,
Yeah.
and we buy at 497. In future, obviously, when we are going to sell it, it will give me money back. And when it comes on a 497 something, I said, oh my God, how's that possible? Because buying a property in a good land size with a 3 bedroom in a Caram Downs, nearest to the beach, and the location what I want, and the property is also good. It's not bad, right?
Yeah.
It's good property. So I feel like, oh my God, I can't get that amount of like property anywhere in Australia. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not even the Northern Territory. I don't think so. Like women should need to create their own asset value, because we all are doing so well in our life, but we need the right guidance on the right time with the right people in the right direction. I lost my parents when I was 12, and my life journey was not that easy for me. And I'm very hardworking, independent woman. I raised my brothers with me. I settle myself. I'm a citizen of Australia. I'm working so good. So, like, my life journey was like, it's a different story. Like, I struggle a lot. So that's why I always feel like, okay, I need to make my own asset value. Even I'm married, even I'll get married soon, whatever the reason, it's still I'm single. But it's not about like the girls can't buy their own property, right? So it's not about like when we get married then we need to buy a property or anything. So if you are single and you're doing well, buying a property is always a good opportunity, which I learned so late. So obviously, because when we are paying rents or anything, and when we pay mortgage, it gives you a different kick in your life to earn more, and then to look that way of life in a different way. So like I came in Australia in 2019, and in just 6 years, this is my first house property, which I was expecting even last year, which I did a mistake. Like I need to buy this property, even this or any another property last year. But I was confused regarding maybe my loan will start, or we need to pay 20% because of the LMI stuff. So I was not having a proper awareness and proper education. So
Yeah.
your team give me a proper way, proper educate me, so it gives me more confidence. Let's start it. And how my process just started and it's just closed in a quick way. So we'll talk this further as well.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you very much for sharing this one, Nitika. And I also want to know about more about your story. What brings you to Australia? I know you mentioned that you came in Australia in 2019.
Yeah.
What brings you in here?
So like I used to work in a IDP, so I don't know everybody knows it. It's a IDP is an Australian company who works for international students. So we send students from India to Australia on a student work basis. Then I work with the Australian immigration as well through IDP. So like I was a student counselor, and it gives me the opportunity to come here to work as a student counselor through IDP. So like I got the opportunity, I come here, I settle down here. Then in June 2020, then COVID hits, I changed my industry. I'm an Australian certified student counselor. Then I switched my industry. Then when I come here, I feel like this is a beautiful country. It's a beautiful country. Even I love India as well, but obviously like belongs to a Punjab, and it belongs to a very small town of a Punjab. So small town girl when come into a big city and then start my independent life here, then my family feel like, oh, our daughter is doing so well in their life. And then I bring my brother here, I settle my brother here. One of my brother, he settled in Delhi, he's married with his wife. So and my younger brother, so I have two younger brothers. I raised them during my life journey, when I was raising myself as well. And then I bring my brother here, he's on a student visa. And yeah, so life was not easy for me, but yes, I did it.
That's great, great. Good stuff, Nitika. Well done. And I would like to know more your property.
Oh,
So
about my property. Oh,
yes. So
obviously. So, like,
you have,
I I know you from my previous thing as well. Like I used to have my land in Officer,
Yeah.
and then that time I get a surgery because I had a very major accident last year and I was on a total bed rest. So I got 7 fractures in my left foot, and then after that I had another surgery. Doctors put a plates and 13 screws in my foot, and I was not able to work for 6 months. Then during that time, like I get to know about you because everybody was saying me, because that land have a clause of we can't nominate any another third party. So then I get to know, I was just scrolling down when I was sitting, and then I get to know your video over the TikTok. Then I contact you, and then we sell that land just in a few, even in a few days, not even a month, even in few days, which is not even easy to sell it.
Yeah.
So on that basis, I get my trust on you, because that time you give me so transparency. My all calls has been answered all the times. So it's not about the business deal. It creates a good family relation as well. I know your family. Then we met everything. So like I feel like okay. I mean, like my thing. If even in future, if I'm spending money, my money will be going in a right like spending in a right way, with the right awareness, with the right education and everything. So this is the way we connected. Then when I was planning to buying my property, and just suddenly, like, because every time you posting a videos, then even I was not even sure that time, like I'm seriously buying a property or not. I randomly talked to you, and then you said, yes, you are eligible. Why don't you talk to the
I still
experts?
remember, Nitika, when you texted me, I think in the evening, like interest rates are high,
Oh yes.
property is taking too long to sell, and this is not the right time to buy. And
Yeah.
I
I
answered,
was
this is the
saying
perfect
same
time to buy.
questions to you from last year when
Yeah.
we sell the officer property. I'm sorry, I get a call. Let me
Yeah.
disconnect it. Yeah. So like I was saying same, you were replying me like, yes, you are still eligible. We can still continue about those things. You need to discuss with the expert team. Like you
Yeah.
have a proper expert team. Still last year's my question was same. Then this year was I was in a dilemma to do it or not do it. Then it's just happened.
No, that's good. And how you feeling now? Like because you being a renter for a few years and now you are a property owner,
Yeah.
how different it is now?
It's amazing feeling. It's lovely feeling, because when you decorate, when you bring your stuff by your own, and then you feel like yes, you earned it. It's a very big achievement.
Yeah.
I don't know, like in our Punjab or in a Punjabi community, people say like the biggest achievement is when girl get married. It's not the biggest achievement. So basically, I will say to everybody, the biggest, even not in our community,
Yeah.
even all communities, right? So like women should need to create their own asset value, because we all are doing so well in our life, but we need the right guidance on the right time with the right people in the right direction. So
That's right.
in a simple word, I can say that. So like, so I'm so blessed, like I got you guys in my life, and then I get this opportunity, and buying this property was so fun. Oh my god, that was amazing.
And because I think this one is not your first property, you have already purchased one property. Can you please shed some light on that one? And this purchase is how it is different from the last purchase.
So like last purchase, it was in 2019, right? And I have a land as well. I have another land which is in a Clyde as well, which is going to be titled next year. So like we already sell my previous land as well. And my previous house which I bought in 2019. So that house we just build it, right? It was not like we didn't buy like established property. I didn't
Yeah.
buy established property. So yeah, but that time it was not, I never get any education on regarding how to find a proper location, what we need to find out, because that house was under the power lines.
Yeah.
Nobody told me that this is not the safest way to live under the power lines. It was just that time I was just thinking, okay, it is a cheaper one, and so many other reasons, right? But then after that, when you feel like you get noticing, like when you feel like okay, it's not safe, not for your good, for your health as well, then I sell it.
Yeah.
Then after selling, then I was renting, and I was renting in a different areas. Like I rent in an Arevaran, Cranbourne. So I am living when since from last 6 years I'm living in southeast only. So I always want to stay there because my work is here.
Yeah. So because when you come to us and you had a budget of, I think, around 500 mark, and
Yeah.
it is
Yeah, strictly say
challenging.
you not beyond that, just
Yeah.
a $500,000, and I want a good property, very good property where
Yeah.
I want to live, and like it should be a good investment as well. Then we come with the Vastu thing as well, astrology thing as well.
Yeah.
Then we come with the numerology as well, because I have so many specifications. First, we have budget.
Yeah.
So in Southeast, because I was also checking over the internet, like under 500,000, I need a three-bedroom house because I have plans because my brother live with me. He's paying me rent, and I have another third bedroom which I can in future like give to any another tenant. It gives me another costing, like it gives me more money to pay my mortgage as
Yeah.
well, right? So I have so many conditions, like okay, I need this under this budget, I need this location, I need minimum three-bedroom house, I need a good property in a good hands, then I need with the proper direction things, like because I believe in vastu and
Yeah.
astrology. So I said okay, we don't need this directions for our toilets and kitchen, so these are the very specific ones. Then we have a number of, okay, I need a total number of 1 3 or 5. Beyond that we are not going to take a property.
Yeah. Now, this was a challenging one as well for us, but you have set a particular time frame for us to get a property, and before jumping too much into detail, Nitika, can you please let us know how you shortlist us, because there are too many other options in the market. How you how you shortlist us?
Because my previous experience with you was so amazing, right? So, and moreover, I always say you, like I have met so many people who wear Gucci bags, Louis Vuitton shoes, and Prada goggles and those things. They come in a good cars,
Yeah.
and they don't even have a knowledge about the area. They don't even knowledge about any single thing.
Yeah.
They just want to sell the property. They just want to sell the product actually.
Yeah.
So they are not understanding the customer's requirement, because I'm a customer, and right, if I'm not satisfied and that person is not understanding me,
Yeah.
I don't need that person. I always say you.
Yeah.
So like I need a good team. And when I met you, we already had a previous
Yeah.
business as well. Like when I sell my previous
Yeah.
land as well. So it was so good trust we built with each other. So I always say to you, like Gurminderji, when next thing is happen, it will happen with you only.
Perfect. And thank you very much for these words, Nitika. And because when we sold that property, we used to work on a selling side. That's where we learn the game of negotiations. That's how we negotiating for our buyers.
Oh, that is the amazing
Yeah.
another point in my property as well. Yes.
Would you like to say something about it?
Obviously. So, like, first, when I told you, okay, I need that budget property,
Yeah.
then when I visited this property with Rocky, right? Then we were seeing, okay, there's another property, number 24, and we were looking at number 20. And then that time he was saying me, Nitika, it can be 530. It can be 530. I'll try my best to bring that at 500,000, 530, at 530 figure, right?
Yeah.
But it was like, I think it was advertised on 550. I'm not 100% sure.
Yes,
But I was
approximately that,
saying
yes.
that day when Rocky called me, I was going to nearest temple, the Hindu temple. So he just called me like, Nitika, do you have 5 extra minutes? Can I talk to you? I said, yes, I'm just going to temple. He said, which temple you are going? I said, Karam Downs. He said, just perfect timing because we just found a property as per your requirements. It's in a Karam Downs. First, please visit your temple, then visit the property area. And if you like the surrounding, then we'll plan your visit.
Yeah.
Then that day he told me it can be 5:30. Don't hope much, right? I said okay. Then we were looking at number 24 as well. So when we were standing outside, then we were checking the map of a number 24 online. It doesn't suit my requirements, which
Yeah.
requirements the directions I have given to your team.
Yeah.
Then number 24 also, I don't want to take it because of the numbers thing. Then I said, no, Rocky, let's stick on it. Let's try this property. then how we negotiate it, and then I shared with you my manifesting as well.
Yeah,
I shared that screenshot in that group as well. Like I
that's right.
want that property under 500,000. I just write 5 and I manifest that thing at 437, which also comes at 5.
Yeah,
Like 4 3 is 7, then 7 is 7 plus 7, 14.
yeah,
14 plus like 1 plus 4 is 5. So everything, the deal comes at 50555 something.
yeah,
So it comes at all the figures of 5. Then he said, don't stress, we will negotiate more. Even you told me when you were in India and you were
yeah,
still contact, we will be in touch. Like you were still working on different time zone, but still I'm getting a proper information about my property. Like, okay, then you give me another hope, maybe we will bring them down. So don't get too much excited.
yeah,
Once it's been locked, then we will give you a good news. And when it comes on a 497 something, I said, oh my god, how's that possible? Because buying a property in a good land size with a 3 bedroom in a Caram Downs, nearest to the beach, and the location what I want, and the property is also good. It's not bad, right?
yeah,
It's good property. So I feel like, oh my God, I can't get that amount of like property anywhere in Australia. I don't think so.
yeah. Now that's
Not even the Northern Territory. I don't think so.
now that was a very good purchase, and we are proud what we have performed for you, Nitika. And apart from that, I also would like to know more about your mindset, because when somebody is going to buy their first home, it is most of the time a emotional buy.
Yeah.
And you bought your first home to live in. Um,
Mm-hmm.
why did you decide to buy a established home where you can buy like spend 700,
Yes.
800 or
So,
$1 million
yes,
on?
exactly. Yes. So when I was trying and sending you the locations, like I was sending you very brand new properties, and then you educate me like, Nitika, if you are buying and spending too money, we are not paying for a structure, we are paying for a land, because structure will be depreciate one day,
Yeah,
and land will give you a good future investment in future, because I'm not going to live here for my whole of the life. This is my first property, and I'm going to, obviously I'm going to spend, like after a couple of years or 4 or 5, whatever the time later be, I'm going to sell it when the market is good. Then same property we will buy it again at lower prices,
yeah,
so it will give me more money in my pocket.
yeah,
It's a good win-win situation for me basically.
yeah,
So buying a property, obviously we all are emotional with the properties, right?
yeah,
But whenever we are buying, make sure, I'm going to say to everybody, make sure you listen these people first,
yeah,
because they have a very good education awareness, they have a
yeah,
very good database. So your research is so good, because I was attracting to the very small lands, like for a town units, it
yeah,
was just 80 meters square,
yeah.
and where we can't even move in properly.
That's
And then you educate me, then it's a 231 land. Sorry, I forgot, even it's my
approximately, yes.
property.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a very good land size for me only, because
Yeah.
I'm the only one who's living
Particularly
here.
in that price bracket, this land size is a decent land size.
It's a
Um,
beautiful, decent land size. Yes.
That's right. And because what when I'm having a chat with our clients, so I always say them like buy what you can afford, what you
Yes.
actually need. When you
Yes.
spend your time, efforts, energy, and money, obviously, and you
Mm-hmm.
can make what you need to what you
Yep.
want. And
True.
I think you have done the same thing, right?
Yes, so like my budget was like, because I calculated my earning, because I know what I'm earning monthly,
Yep,
and I don't want to go beyond of it.
yep,
So with we everybody get attracted. Okay, if just we are paying $20,000 extra and we are getting this extra thing,
yep,
but it's not about extra.
yep,
Even I can go for 700,000. Even you told me the same thing. We
yep,
can go up to $700,000, but you are the one who's going to pay the mortgage.
yep,
And when we are paying a mortgage, it should pay stress free.
yep,
Like if I'm earning, let's suppose I'm just giving an example. Like if I'm earning $10, and my mortgage is $4 or $5, then it's a good thing, because after that I have my rest of money in my account to enjoy my life. Because like being like Nitika, like me, I'm so adventurous. I love travel, I love food, I love shopping. So I can't just spend everything on my mortgage. After that, I have my own personal life as well.
Yeah.
So always don't get like emotional when we buy the property. Be practical, calculate your budget,
Yeah.
talk to your team properly. You guys like deal, give me. Even I was checking, I when one day I was saying to you, let's try 550 as well, because I was attracting those properties. Then you again remind me, you are the one, Nitika, who is going to pay the mortgage. We can even send you and show you $600,000 property as well, but you are the one only. So make sure, take your decision very wisely,
Yeah.
don't get too emotional.
And especially when you are going to buy a place for yourself, then
Yes.
if you are going to spend a lot of time at work just to pay the mortgage, there is no point.
Exactly. If we can't sit down here and can't
Yeah.
enjoy, like I love meditating, right? So I
Yeah.
love meditation. I do my mandala art. So I have my specific area where I spend every day there. I
Yeah.
sit down there. I talk to my family while sitting over there. So I just come home. I make my food already before talking to you. So this is my place. This is my own place where I feel more secure, and like this is my place. It's me. So
Yeah.
like how we decorate our home, so it tells you about your personality. And
That's
if you're just spending like more than time out of the house and buying a property and just paying a mortgage, it's no mean, then it's no use to live in that house then.
yeah. No, thank you very much, Nitika. And the pretty much we are towards the end of this video, but I would like to ask a very important question. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any sort of a message and advice, because you have your personal stories are full of courage, full of positive and motivational mindset. So, do you have any sort of a message for the listeners?
So everybody, even it's a man, even it's a girl, whatever it is, it's not about gender thing. It's about like just trust. Everybody can buy a property. It's not a big deal, because before that I was thinking it's a very big deal. It's not a big deal. It's a very normal thing, because when you start checking the properties, my process just go like in this way. In couple of days we fix the property and everything has been done, right? So first calculate, talk to your team properly. These people guide you accordingly, checking your goals. Okay, what your real goals are basically, why you want to buy a property, where you want to buy a property, what the location is more important, is that location will give you in future good investment or not. So buying a property is not a big deal. Big deal is how to do it in a good way, so in future it gives you good returns basically. So it's a kind of a good asset value. So if we are just saving a money in our banks, it will not give you anything.
Yeah.
Spending that money on a property give you 100% of thing return back. It's a good return back, because even it's a recession or whatever the thing is, property is always going up, so it gives you a profit anyways. Even we are paying a rent, right? So if we are paying a rent, and instead of paying a rent we are paying our mortgage, it's your own property where nobody's sitting on front of you or saying these things like, okay, this is your time slot, you need to finish your dinner at this time, cook your dinner at this time, clean the kitchen, leave your dishes even for 2 days. Nobody is going to say anything to you. It's your own property. So I'm just loving it.
No, that's
Even my,
good. That's good.
even my like renting time is also good. It was not the bad ones. I had a
Yep.
very good relation with my the people where in which in those houses I live with. But still, it's a biggest achievement. And once you get it done, you feel so proud of you on yourself. Like, oh my God, we seriously did it. I feel like even I was having a money in my account from last 2 years, and still I was in a dilemma like, still I'm eligible to buy a property. Can I manage it or
And
not?
why was that? Because you were listening to your friends, your family, because your mind shift, because this is sort of a mindset game, right? Because you were eligible like 2 years ago, but you took
Yeah.
action recently.
Last year, I had two surgeries.
Yeah,
So I didn't work for 6 months. So then, first of all, this thing has been delayed. Then after that, I was in a stress, like I was feeling like my freedom will gone because I'm earning, then I have to pay mortgage. But it's not about the freedom. It's
yeah,
about like plan your budget accordingly, then invest your money accordingly. Then your freedom will be your freedom, and still you are getting your own property.
yeah.
This is a good thing, actually.
Yeah, this is a very, very good approach. Thank you very much, Nitika, for sharing your life story. It is full of courage. It is full of motivation. I love
Thank
your
you.
positive mindset, and I think
It's
like
not about
whoever
only
is,
me, it's about your team as well, because I
yeah,
trust you guys, and my next properties, my whole life journey will be with you. So even I have written in my reviews as well,
yeah,
I'll blindly trust you. So whatever you advise me, I always listen it, because when we are dealing with this property,
yeah.
I even texted you that thing. I'm just trusting you. What you advise me, I'm going to listen it, and then
Yeah.
I'll take my decision.
Yeah, perfect. Now this is the perfect thing to hear because this is what we're proud of because our clients became our friends and our friends became our clients. This is the perfect thing which
Exactly.
yeah, which we have in our business. So thank you very much, Nitika, again for your time and all the very best for all the future ventures.
Thank you so much, Gurminder ji, and your team. And yeah, bless you all, grow very well, because you are doing very, very good in the market. Because this market needs a buyer agent.
Yeah,
Everybody is a salesperson here. Nobody is like a good buyer agent who have a proper knowledge, awareness, proper educators. So obviously, when we even buy a normal shoes, we think about it so many times. So when we are buying a property, we need a good experts, because expert gives you a proper information, proper knowledge. It's not about just like selling the property and
that,
making the profit to the person who is selling it.
yeah.
It's now it's like this is a ball comes in my pocket as well, because I you were
You
my
you
buyer's
have someone
agent.
to represent you as well.
Exactly. So if I'm going to straight away to the salesperson, because oh yes, like one more thing to share. My next two properties already sell. I send you that screenshot as
Yeah,
well. My next property, same house, is sell at 580, and another property sells at 680 something.
yeah,
And we buy it in a same line. We buy it at 497.
yeah,
This is the amazing thing. When I saw that board, then I feel like, okay, I just come from work and
yeah,
I see, oh, it's sold. It's also sold.
yeah,
Let's see on the Google how much it's sold on.
yeah.
Then I feel like, oh my God, like I get it
And do you
497.
think it is worth to pay or appoint any sort of a professional at your end? Do you think
Sorry.
it we have added any sort of a value because it this service
Obviously,
comes with the
obviously,
price as well.
Nikki,
So
the property selling at 680 and 580. The 580 is just similar to my house, just similar to my house.
yeah,
Same land size, everything is ditto, everything is same, right? So it is at 580,
yeah,
and we buy at 497. In future, obviously, when we are going to sell it, it will give me money back what I have spent. So even I
that's
can
right.
buy another two different properties from that income.
Perfect. Now this is going to be very good outcome. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Nitika, once
I
again,
trust you.
and and all the very best for the future. So see you soon.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take
Thank
care.
thank you.